What up? What up, everybody? Welcome to the Grit and Grind Show. I'm Daniel Ball. Today's show, as always, being brought to you by the Mental Game Performance Coaching. Whether you're struggling with the mental side of your sports performance, the nutrition and wellness side, or just general everyday life, our coaches at the Mental Game can help you unlock the best version that you were meant to be. Visit tmgperformancecoaching.com and sign up for a free game planning session to see how our coaches can help you. Chinook seeds, 8 flavors, mild to wild. Go to your local gas station, convenience store, grocery store. Pick up the best sunflower seeds in the game. Old Dominick Distillery. Go to olddominicdistillery.com and pick up your bourbon, vodka, whiskey, gin, any spirit that calls your name. Go get it. Go pick it up. And finally, we got Jesus One Apparel. Go to jesusoneapparel.com. Enter the code IOTB15 for 15% off your order. You can pick up shirts like this or any color wave that you like. Check it out. Promise you, you'll find everything that will meet your needs. And with that, the bills have been paid, and we got to talk about tonight's show because we got a good one. We got a first-time guest, and this is really on me. I should have had him on from jump, and he's a great guy. He's a father, Army vet, CrossFit Level 2 coach, owner of Black Bear Athletics, utility player who now is moving from the Tampa Bay Brigade over to his hometown team, the New York Wolves, Mike Rosa. Let's welcome him, man. Mike, what's up, brother?
What's going on, bro? Love the shirt.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. JesusOneApparel.com. IOTB15, 15% off these shirts, any color wave that you like. I'm sure they got the Black Bear colors for sure.
Let's go.
So, the first thing I got to ask, when I look at the socials, father, Army vet, appreciate your service. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for the support.
CrossFit Level 2 coach, you're owner of Black Bear Athletics and a professional grid league player now for the Wolves. How do you balance everything, dude? Because I know being an owner of a business is no small task on top of all these other things, because that most important title, that dad title, that takes up a lot of time too. So how do you do it all, man?
First and foremost, I'm super blessed. God, first and foremost. Secondly, I have a great team, man. A team at my gym. I have a great team. Shout out all my coaches at the gym. Jared, Sammy, Sarah, Steve, Matt, Alexa, all everybody who helps me out. On the father side, my ex-wife is really, really good, man. My ex-wife is, we're in a much better place than we were, obviously, when we got divorced. I have her who holds it down. And then just in everyday life, just try to be better than yesterday, man. I've made a lot of mistakes. I come from a very messed up, been through some things. And I try to learn as I go and try to do a little bit better than yesterday.
Very inspirational from the moment that I met you. Very loud, got the New York in you, very vocal, but very passionate. Very much you can tell that what you invest your heart into, you care a ton about. And so when we talk about owner of a gym, when we talk about Army vet, when we talk about CrossFit Level 2 coach and a professional grid league player, like this fitness, you just didn't roll out of bed one day and you were a fit dude, like winning masters competitions and all this stuff, being the fittest that I ever known. But like, where does your fitness story go back to? What was that spark where you're like, man, this is it. This is where it's at.
Honestly, not being a natural athlete, not being just an athlete off the jump. I've had to work really hard. But I have this sick part about me that when I'm not good at something, I slightly obsess with it, and I need to get good at something. When I started CrossFit because of my boy Jared. He got me into it, and I was so bad at it when I first started, and I was like, oh no, we're gonna get good at this. So I think a lot of it is that. Growing up in a 100% Guatemalan household, soccer was everything. So if I wanted to play a sport, it had to be soccer. My dad made sure of that, and so I played soccer. fell in love with lacrosse, played lacrosse all through middle school, played some lacrosse in high school. I boxed, and then went to the military right after high school. And in the military, I excelled in PT and fitness, and then I was put in charge in helping those who couldn't pass PT tests and getting them ready to pass PT tests. And I think that's really where it all kind of clicked. And it was like, I can do this. I like doing this,
It's not that often, well, maybe in the space, but when you hear people who are like, I enjoy getting people better, in a sense, coaching. I enjoy coaching. And it seems like as an owner of a gym, you coach a lot. You coach your coaches, you coach your athletes. And when I saw you on the grid, you're coaching the team, the teammates, the players, and all of that like just seems such like a natural fit. So I take my hat off to you, Mike, because everybody doesn't know what that fit is, and sometimes people chase it forever and don't find it. But it seems like you found it, you enjoy it, you love it. So talking about Black Bear Athletics for a second, what's the ultimate goal when you get into it? To me, it's like, I like coaching people, but I also like working out. So owning a gym is nice because now I have this place to work out. But like when you look at the business as a whole, like what is the goal? What is there an end goal, or are you just kind of going day by day with this?
I've said it numerous times, man. I'm a decent athlete, but I'm a much better coach. I love coaching. I love helping people. I love changing people's lives. And it almost like, now that I say it, it sounds annoying because I hear so many people use it, and so many people are like, oh, I like changing people's lives. Like that's like everybody's like default, response. But I really do mean it. Like I've had members come in that it wasn't about fitness. It was about the mental. I've suffered of deep depression, man. I've gone through my waves. Even when I owned the gym, there was days where I would walk in and people would know that something was wrong, and I was just in that depression era and stage where I had to get through it and I had to figure it out. And I think that fitness is one of, if not the best way to help somebody with depression and anxiety and all these things. And I know I have a bunch of moms that go to my gym, and dude, the relief that I see in them when they come in and they get that 1 hour to just kind of, decompress and just do their thing. Or, dads who've been working all day, who come at the end of the day, or anybody who's had a job all day dealing with the nonsense that's work. And then they come to the gym and I tell a stupid joke. I'm all about fun facts and stupid jokes and random things like that. So every time I see somebody crack a smile or just laugh, even just a little bit, like, I don't know, maybe they didn't laugh all day and I got them to just crack a smile. And that's huge for me, like that means everything to me. So to me, the ultimate goal is to continue doing exactly what I'm doing as far as helping people. What gym owner is not going to tell you that they would love to have 500 members at their gym? It would be a lie if I sat here and said it. I wouldn't love that, but that's not a goal of mine. Like I didn't get into this for the money. I say it all the time. If it was money that I was chasing, a gym is not what I would have done with my time. But the goal is to continue helping as many people as possible day by day, even if it's just one a day, one a week, one a month, one a year. If I can change somebody's life and help somebody even in the slightest bit, then I'm doing my job.
Absolutely. And it can be a thankless job at times, but let me tell you, man, there's people out there. Erin is one of them. Literally changes and saves lives, herself included. Like, dude, that's what's up, dude. Like, that to me is like, you don't need to know anything else. That is power and basically it's just validating everything that you feel and why you're doing what you do. So keep doing it, man. Keep helping people, keep changing lives. And who cares if you got 5,000 or 25 members? It's all about the ultimate goal, which is helping each and every person that walks through that gym, having a personal connection to each and every one, and truly and deeply and in your heart caring about those people, because those relationships matter. And to me, when you talk about those depressing days where you're down on yourself or just down in general, it's that community of people that you've built that can pull you up and pull you out of it. So, man, hey, shout out to you. Big things going over there at Black Bear Athletics, but we got to talk grid. How do you?
It took you. By the way, it took you me switching teams to get me on this podcast.
That's on me. You know, see, that's why I got my Jesus One shirt on, because I do need Jesus. That was a sin. I should have had you on earlier. On me, bro.
Right on.
You know, and I'll forever, you know, I'll forever live, you know, that down as a mistake, man. My bad.
Okay,
here we are. We're about the now, baby. We're about the now.
Man, we're here.
So, grid. How do you find out about grid? How do you get introduced to grid, and like, how does it come to be for you?
How did it start? Wow, it started with the Sharks. I had an opportunity to try out, send in some videos and kind of see if I could be a strength specialist for the Sharks. And I was able to move the weight, but nowhere near as fast as I needed it to move in order to be a strength specialist. Big ego check. Big ego check. But then Jess reached out to me, Tampa Bay, and she was like, hey, we could use a utility player, test these things out. I did have some time. I was actually in Honduras when she reached out. So I was like, hey, like I'm coming back to the US, but like I will test them and I'll see what I can do and I'll try my best. And luckily I was just enough to be a small part of that huge team.
Come on now. I'm not gonna let you be humble. Just enough. Please. You were plenty and some. So last year, rookie season, first year with grid, right? Did it meet expectations of what you thought it was going to be once you got into it?
I had no idea what to expect. It was, listen, I was like everybody else at one point, right? You see these videos on YouTube and you're like, why is there a wall ball in their legs while they're doing ring muscle ups? And why do their ring muscle ups look like that? And then I met Ninja and it all kind of clicked. But yeah, I didn't know anything about it. But when I got there, it is so different than CrossFit. You know, it's CrossFit. I feel like it's such a small part in grid because like from the pacing to the sprinting, to just the adrenaline that you feel, and it's so quick and you blink and it's over. And then you look at the scoreboard, like, did we get the point? Did we not get points? Like what happened, you know? And wow, it's a lot going in at once. It was super cool.
It's one of those things where it's a lot of communication, a lot of strategy that people don't see that makes grid what it is. It's fast action and it's everyone moving at fast action. Not to say that CrossFit is not, but CrossFit can be very individualized. It's basically you in the workout. Right. This is you in the element,
yes,
which is a piece of the entire race. And you may have a small piece, or you may have that piece that now you have to move to the next piece. And your role in this race might be big, but it might be stretched out over different quads. Or it could just be that we want you to do this one rep. That's it. At the very end, we need you to clean and jerk this, whatever. Boom, go do your thing.
Dude, and in grid, everything is a big deal.
Yep.
Everything.
The smallest fault could cost you a race.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that's what happened.
You know, one thing Jason says, my brother's a beast.
That's my little brother. Shout out my little brother.
Oh man, little brother Jason. Y'all fight each other a lot growing up?
I'm 10 years older than him.
Oh, he was scared out the jump. He was like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Let me just sit in the shadows for a minute.
He took advantage one time. I had knee surgery and I had just gotten out of knee surgery, and he took it. He saw an open door and he took it for sure.
And you got to. There's Brandon, my man, 100 grand.
Shout out Brandon.
Let's go. He He said some wild stuff on the show. Go back
That's
and
a
listen to
sleeper.
that.
That's
Yeah,
a sleeper.
he said some wild stuff out there.
That's a wild boy, but he's a New Yorker.
So last season, if you had to give yourself a grade, A, B, C, D, F, what would you grade yourself? Not the team and the success that the team had, going to playoffs, semifinalists, and all that. Yourself, personally.
Damn, that's a hell of a question. I'm gonna go.
I figured you had enough time to reflect back on it now.
Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm gonna go B-.
Okay.
Like
Why not an A? Why a B-?
Because I made a couple mistakes. I was able to recover from them. But I think a lot of the grade is because of how short of a time I had to learn as much as I did. And I think a lot of, the positive of that grade goes to how quickly I picked up on things. I feel like I could have done more as far as learning more, which I've been doing in the off season, kind of things that I didn't realize, maybe a little bit of Moss's job at the time, right? The coach's job, because I didn't understand why I wasn't maybe put into a position or why I was in a position and why things didn't happen the way that I might have wanted them to or thought they should have. So I've been taking the off season to kind of, go over the rules a little more, go over like what you can and can't do, why you have to do certain things the way you have to do them. And it started to kind of all click. So I feel like given the rookie season, I think a B-.
I mean, that's very respectable. I think if I, just knowing you for the short amount of time that I have, I don't think you would have given yourself an A, no matter how the season went. No. I think you always want to have that room for improvement, which, I mean, that fuels the fire. I mean, yeah, obviously,
absolutely.
You're now with a new team. So really the question now becomes, take me through the timeline step by step from the moment you end the semifinal match with the Brigade to the moment you become a part of the Wolves. How does that happen?
Well, the moment that we ended the semifinal match was not the way we planned it. Before I talk about the Wolves, I want to give the flowers to the Brigade, the entire team, starting with Moss and Jess and working all the way down to every single athlete on there. Dude, the heart that team showed, that we showed, was unbelievable, and the loss hurt because of simple mistakes that we made. I know it, my team knows it, and the Sharks know it, that we made mistakes, and that's the only reason why they won.
Yeah, it's you picked I think the worst day to have a bad day, if that makes sense.
Yeah, we looked good all season, man. It clicked, and then little mistakes from this person, and it kind of just little mistakes. We paid a big price for a bunch of little mistakes. I don't foresee the Brigade doing that again. After that, I took it. I came home with it. It sucked. Especially because I didn't play that match. Yeah. So it was like I didn't know that my last match was my last match until the last match, and I was like, "Damn! Like this is how I had to go out on my rookie season." But it was a lot of emotions, Came back. I didn't think much of anything. I kept helping Sam with the Wolves, and he needed, he was like, I need a middle place for training, and I was like, you can use my gym. You're always welcome at my gym. Things like that. And then free agency time came along, and it was, are you going back to the Brigade? What are you doing? And I didn't really think anything of it. And then I started to actually think about it once that time came, and it made sense to represent New York. I'm through and through a New Yorker to the core. Like I've said, you can hear it in my accent, you can hear it in my voice volume, and you can hear it in the fact that I have no filter, that I'm so New York. and I'm proud of it. And having a team and having seen the team that he was putting together, and having the small chance to be a part of that team, I felt that I couldn't pass it up. You know, it just made sense. It made sense. It would be stupid for me not to do it.
Right. I mean, you are New York. Like it does it, like you're right. It just doesn't make sense. And sometimes the fit is the fit, whether you knew it was coming or not. But here it is. They now have a team, and like to me, like you're a great face of that team
I appreciate
for
it.
many reasons. How difficult of a decision is that to make that change?
It was hard. It was hard. Man, I mean, I told Jess and Moss first, obviously. And you know, they were nice enough to be like, hey, like, do you want to tell a team or do you want us to tell a team? And so bad, I wanted to be like, I'm gone, you tell a team, bye, you know, but I was like, no, I got to tell them, you know, and I must have wrote that text message or that message 20 times and deleted it. Because I needed to say the right things. I didn't know, I didn't want to say the wrong thing. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how to ease the blow. Again, I don't think I am anybody special to you know, for it to matter that much, but I did want the team to understand that I wasn't leaving because I disliked someone or I wasn't happy with them. It just, I have to go home.
Yeah.
And the New York Wolves are home.
Yeah. I think anybody who knows you can respect that decision and understand it. Obviously, they don't have to like it because it hurts the team. Like you were a big part of that team, but you know that's why the off season is the off season, so that they can retool. Who knows? They might find another Mike Rosa out there.
Well, can't
Just
wait to meet him. They don't need another Mike Rosa. They're a solid team, man.
Yeah, definitely. Couple notes here, Diana. That's my coach. Taught me everything I know.
Shout out D.
Molly Martinez talking about Black Bear being a space that changed her life from coaches to members. Beyond proud of you, Mike, and everything you accomplished. And Melissa, one of the owners of the Lions. She's big Wolves fan, apparently. Go
Shout out
Wolves.
Melissa.
So I think that is, you know, when I talk to the owners, they want the league to be successful. They want all the teams to be good, and they want.
I hope
it to be
that's everybody's
competitive.
goal.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah.
It's a great sport and a great opportunity for a lot of people, and everybody's got to be pumped. Melissa's also from New York, so she feels you on that. But
shout out.
So you kind of we talked about it, you know, a little bit offline, but you were really torn as trying to make this decision. It wasn't an easy decision for you, but did you feel as though once the Wolves came on board that this was an inevitable decision that you were going to have to make, or it just kind of generically came to be?
Bro, when I tell you it just, when I say like it all made sense, right? I'm talking as far as like joining the team, it made sense. But even day one of me in the group chat, or day one of Sam introducing me to everybody, it was like I said, most of these guys and girls, like I've known for many years, either from, you know, competing with them, against them, or just seeing them at competitions, or just the tri-state, everybody in these three states, like we all kind of know each other, you know. So it's, if you're competing in CrossFit, you have to know each other. So I've known a lot of these people, and it just all clicked and it all made sense. And holy shit, Grid's about to see some shit with the Wolves, man. Because this team is, and I'm not saying it because I'm on this team. I'm saying it because I truly mean it from the bottom of my heart. Every single player on this team is not to be fucked with. Like, they are the real deal.
I mean, that's in so many words. I've heard the same thing from everyone that I've talked to with the Wolves, and I don't know. Like, part of me is like, oh, it's just like they're excited. Like that's coach speak. Like you're supposed to say
100%.
those
Some of
things,
it is.
but also some of it, like I look at socials too, and like Sam puts out devil horns and stuff like that. Like it makes me wonder, like this is gonna be fire. This season's gonna be fire, dude.
Listen, I know. All right, being realistic here, like we know a brand new team, right? Everybody expects us to not do well. We still have learning to do, and I know, right? And I know, and there'll come a time where, I mean, there has been times where I've said it to Sam and I've said it to people on the team, like, listen, everybody's really excited, and I totally get it. There's going to be a lot of learning, right? There's one thing about CrossFit speed, and there's a whole different thing when it comes to grid speed. Grid speed is you can't imagine, you can't try to envision it until you step foot in that floor. Because even when I trained for it with the brigade leading up to my first match ever, I was like, all right, I'm fucking ready. They got me ready, right? Jocelyn got me ready. Kyle got me ready. Everybody had me ready to go, right? And I stepped foot on there, and the first race, I was like, whoa. I was like, okay, this is a lot faster than I thought. So there's going to be a learning curve, but there is no hunger like the hunger in New York. Florida is where New Yorkers go to retire. All right. There is no grind like a New York grind. And that's what every single member of this team has.
So let's talk about expectations. All right. I mean, outside of winning it all, because I think that everybody would say that, but what would be considered a good season? Like, what are the team expectations as far as what would be a good season? Do you even talk about that?
With myself. With myself, I do. Listen, if we're all there doing our part and everybody does what they said they would do and everybody plays their position, that's what we're expecting, right? That's expectations. Now, to answer the question the way you want me to answer it, I'm going to see the Sharks again at the end of the season, and I'm going to see the Brigade at the end of the season. That's to answer your question. I'm going to see the Sharks again at the end of the season, and I'm going to see the Brigade at the end of the season.
New York Wolves media team. Do with that what you will. Can't wait. Yeah, I mean, obviously you want, I think for me, an expectation or having like a good season for the Wolves would be getting a team, getting them comfortable with grid, understanding how it goes down, all the intricacies, and really like getting better every week. Because I think it's safe to say, like, the first week is going to be eye-opening, and then you start getting into your comfortability, and then you start figuring out, oh, okay, cool. I think getting you guys to a point where you're moving as a well-oiled machine towards the back half of that season, I think that's where you need to be. And
yeah,
wins will come with that.
I've talked to Sam about it. I said, hey, listen, like that first match is going to go either way. But the most important part of that first match is the amount of things that team, that we're going to all learn together as a team, right? They're going to, once they do that first match, everything that we've practiced and that we go over, it's all going to click after that first match.
Oh, for sure. Because it's something that you can see on YouTube. It's something that you can mimic in a practice scenario or even on your own as you're testing things. But it is very different when it's go time and everyone's moving and you have the other team on one side, you on the other, and like things are just so fast. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be awesome. Sam just reiterates what you're saying. Amazing talent, better humans. Couldn't be happier to have you on the team, Mike. great friend to him and someone he respects. I mean, that's kind of the sentiment that everyone is telling me. You're a good dude. Good dude. And I'm
try
a
to be.
bad dude for not having you on earlier.
I wasn't always a good dude. And I think that's what helps me try to be a good person every day, because I wasn't always a good person. And I look back at that time and I'm not. That doesn't make me happy. So I think that's my driving force.
There you go. It doesn't define you, and recognizing it and changing it and understanding how to be better. Hey, that's what we can all just aspire to be, man. That's it.
That's it.
All right. Last question before we wrap this thing up and get you out of here. All right. For you, you have one season under your belt. You know what you're doing. Obviously, you're going to be surrounded by a brand new team, and not just a brand new team, but new people in general that are new to the sport. Maybe not new to the movements, but new to the sport. So, what is your personal goals for this season?
I want to take everything that I've learned from grid and try to help every single one of my teammates with it, and help them take everything that I've learned and help my team not have to learn it on their own. I can just give them that so they can focus on learning something else. Kind of like a speed pass, if you will. I want to try to just help my team, like you said, become that well-oiled machine, right? That's what I want. I want to do my part. I want to do, like I said, I'm a decent athlete, but I'm a better coach. So if I can help Lexi in any way to coach the team or to help a player that's my goal. My goal is to help my team and to be someone who's always there for every single one of their teammates, whether it's on the grid, off the grid, whether it's about athleticism or their personal life even. I want to help every single one of my teammates in whatever way I can.
Absolutely. And I can't picture a better person to help with all that than you, Mike, man. Obviously, great athlete, amazing, talented, great coach. Obviously you're going to be someone they lean on. I mean, that leadership, you're going to have a vocal voice. You're going to have to be a lot of the coaching because Lexi has done it and been a part of it, but obviously you're going to be on the grid with them at times. So that is even more helpful to an extent to be able to direct and do things and coach in the moment while you're out there. So it's gonna be awesome. The Wolves have a lot of fire, have a lot of there's a lot of momentum. There's a lot of horses pushing this cart, man. So
we have a bunch of stallions, that's for sure. We've been talking about the guys a lot. Don't sleep on the Wolf ladies. Man.
Oh no.
The Wolf ladies are not to be fucked with either, man.
I talked to Jordan. She said the same thing. She was like,
Jordan's no joke. Selena's no joke. Michaela's no joke. Sid's no joke. But shout out all the females on the team. Shout out all the guys on the team. Shout out the New York Wolves, man. I'm looking forward to it big time.
It's gonna be awesome, Mike. Before you bounce, dude, anything you want to plug or promote?
Oh man, shout out Black Bear Athletics. If you're ever in Long Island, anybody's in New York, Long Island, come down to Black Bear Athletics. I'd love to have you. My doors are always open to anyone. If you're in the area, you want to just chat with me. Shout out Tier for always taking care of me. Shout out Herd for always taking care of me. My thumb tape, my belt. Shout out Herd. Shout out a bunch. Man, there's a bunch of people. You put me on the spot. I hate it. But shout out everybody that has supported me. And I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I thank you to everybody who's ever supported me. Thank you for everybody who's watching this, whether it's live or later on. And all of those people who stopped following me on Instagram and don't support me when I need your support. The world comes full circle, my friend.
Receipts are coming. Last comment, Sydney hopped on, said she's pumped to be on the team with you, Mike.
Shout out, Sid.
That's right. All right, brother. Appreciate the time.
Yeah,
we're going to let you get out of here.
Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. I'll see you on the grid. If
I'll be
they,
there.
I mean, I haven't heard. Maybe I'm back, and maybe I'm not. I don't know.
Oh
But
man.
that's
Hopefully
the
you're
hope.
back, because I
Yeah.
don't know who else could be as dapper as you.
Hey, you could. Anybody could do what I do. Trust me.
I don't want your job just yet.
Well, I'll coach you up when you're ready.
I'll see
All right,
you later.
Mike. Appreciate it. That is Mike Rosa, everybody. If you like hearing Mike's story or you just like hearing average Joe's talk X's and O's, please like, share the podcast on Facebook. Head over to YouTube, like, subscribe, notifications. That way you're first to know when new content is dropped. And it's been crazy. The off season and the free agent signing period is in full swing. We're gonna get more of those coming along the way, so be on the lookout for that. We got more episodes coming up next week, so stay tuned. As always, be safe. If you can't be safe, be good. And strong body, sharp minds, grit and grind all the time. We're out.